Alright, what's up guys? This is going to be your second tutorial, and we're basically going to set up a project, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through the layout of Eclipse and what you need to know for developing apps, what we're going to get into. The first thing we want to do is open up this project Explorer. It should be there already, but if not, just go to Window, Show View, and then Project Explorer right here. And you can right click on it, or you can go to like File, New Project, and you might have an Android project right here. If not, just click Project, and under the Android folder we're going to click Android Project, hit Next. This project name is what your project name is going to be. Basically, I'm going to call it the Basics. This is just what it's going to be like your folder on your computer. And then what we need to do is we're going to create a new project in the workspace, and these are the platforms that we installed in the last tutorial. You guys probably will have more if you installed more of them. I just installed those two. So I'm going to pick the platform 2.2. As you see, it's an API level of 8. Again, I kind of explained that last time, but you just think of the higher the level, the more advanced programming you can get away with, pretty much. And the application name, this is what's going to be on your actual device under your logo. This is what people are going to see. So we're going to call it the Basic Series. And the project name, you want this to be unique, because when you register your app for the marketplace, this needs to be unique. This is what is basically going to register your app with the marketplace. And a lot of people just go like their website backwards, or whatever you want to do. Just put like com.yourname.the basics, and hopefully that's not on the marketplace already. But you do want that to be unique. You can change it later, but it's going to be a huge hassle, so you just want to make sure this is very unique right when you start, just so you don't have to go back and make all those tedious changes later. And then when you create the activity, this is going to be what your kind of like your main activity is for Java. This is what it's going to set up to open this activity first, and that might be a little bit confusing, but we're just going to call it main for right now. And you'll see why in a little bit. But this last thing, all you need to do is put whatever API level you're working on, or you can even leave it blank. But I'm just going to put 8. Hit finish, and it's going to create our Android project right here. It's saying I get an error, but it should go away as it builds. And then basically I'm just going to quickly talk you through what these are, and then kind of well, anyways, let's just get to it. Here's our project name that we specified earlier. Under the source folder, you have your package name, and this is where all the Java magic happens. Here's our main Java. That's what we established earlier. If you open that up, this might look like a foreign language to you. If you know Java, it won't, but this is where, like I said, the magic happens, and this is where we're going to get into a lot of in-depth programming. But as for now, we're just going to talk about some of these other things. Under the general folder, again, you have your package name, and here's your RJava. You won't have to worry about this, because it, as you can see here, it generates itself, and basically this is gonna keep track of all your resources and all your variables and such. A lot of times people have problems where this is deleted, and if that happens, I'm just gonna quickly tell you to look at your imports, because once you're programming, it shouldn't be deleted now, but what you want to do is check your resources and check your imports. If it has android.r as an import, you want to delete that. And then also, if any of your resources have a capital letter in it, you want to rename your resource. But we'll get to what resources are in a second. Under the Android 2.2, here's the Android jar, And these are all the classes that we can use methods from and access for our programming. So basically, all these classes have these sweet methods that you can use, and we're going to need to use them. So yeah, as you can see, there's a ton of different classes, and we'll get to using those quickly. But as you can see already, this one imports like Android app.activity. So as you can see, there's probably like a Android app right here, and then an activity class. So that's basically what's going on. And then in the assets folder, you can there's two different schools of thought. Basically, you can keep all your resources in your assets folder and then use them later. But I like to use the resources just because it's simple. It's easy for you guys to understand. Basically, in your resources folder, this is where we're going to keep in the drawable. This is where we're going to keep all our images, our icons, pretty much anything graphical we want to use is located in our drawable. And this will take like PNG, GFI or GIF. I'm sorry, and just some. I'll give you guys more detailed explanation of what type of files this takes later. But also this layout right here, this is where we're going to work with the XML. It kind of shows you the graphical layout or the graphical user interface, and it's pretty simple language. You guys will be able to pick up on this pretty quickly. If you have no XML programming background, it's not going to be a problem because it's pretty simple, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. The other thing we have is our values, and this is where you can keep strings or like dimensions or just something you want to pull later, like your main title. You can just change it in strings, and then it'll change it throughout your whole activity or whatnot. Android manifest. This is kind of the friendly version of it, but you can go down over here where it says Android manifest XML, and here is just basically this is going to hold all of the different activities you're going to use. This is going to hold what permissions you need, like if your app needs to access the internet or save something to the SD card, it's going to ask for a permission of the user when they download the app, and this is where you would put those permissions in. Otherwise, you won't be able to use those functions. This also tells the main activity to launch. So right when our icon is clicked on, it's going to launch whatever activity is right here, the main one. So that's kind of just a quick intro of the manifest. And I'm just going to quickly show you guys how to import a like a background or such. And if you guys are using Windows, I just recommend Paint or something simple because this is going to be a simple background. I'd also suggest GIMP if you guys don't have any kind of graphical or like Paint program or something like that. And we're just going to create a new one, and you know, as for now, the width and height doesn't really matter just because I'm showing you the kind of the concepts here. But we're going to type in like 320 by 485 or 480, and this is going to give us kind of a general layout of our phone background, and I'm just going to quickly just make just a background. It's not that sweet or anything, but so I'm just going to create a quick new layer here with transparent background and just paste our little logo there. That's just going to be a nice clean background, and I'm going to save this into wherever our project was located. So I'm going to hit save as, and I saved it in my documents. We're going to get a little more specific the basic series. You're going to open that up, go into the resources, and these are your different density. So this is going to be high density, low density, and medium density for different phones when you're running on them. So I'm going to go into the high density and just hit background. I'm going to save it as background 1. And you want to make sure when you save all of your resources, they need to be all lowercase, no crazy symbols, otherwise you're going to get all sorts of errors. So just keep that in mind anytime you save an image, audio file, anything pretty much. We're going to save it as a PNG and hit save and merge. And now when we open up Clips, you'll see it's not located in there yet. And all we need to do is go up to Project Clean and hit OK. And you can see it is now located within our drawable folder, background 1. And if you guys got a ton of errors after you cleaned your project, most likely this is not all lowercase, and it gave you some sort of error where it deleted your R folder or your R Java. If that happened, you want to rename it, clean your project again, and make sure your Java doesn't have that import android.r. If it does, just select that import and delete it. And that's the end of this tutorial. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and all that good stuff. Peace, homies.